How are you all? I see some very happy faces, some little happy faces. Today we will not have any sad faces. So the culture of FRC has to be such that tomorrow will be a different day. But today, whether the result is positive or the result is negative, we dine together. That has to stay all throughout the year. So first, many congratulations to all of you who have cleared the prelims. Let us give them a big hand. Kaun hai? Yes, Ankita?
I think I cracked the PYQ thing this time.
Wonderful. Chalo, theek hai, that is good. All of you, I want that the code has to be very simple, and that is make sure that if you're writing this year, you only have limited time. If you're not writing this year, it simply means you're writing next year. And for that, you have to be better prepared. And remember that kahani abhi baki hai. You know, that's for everyone, that's for all of us. Those who are writing this year and those who are writing next year, you're all pitted against each other. That is the harsh reality, that is the harsh truth. Today, we've gotten even 2015-16 batch officers coming down in 2024 to write the exam again. They've selected and after so many years. Okay, so this is all because of all the hard work you have done. Some of you have seen, this was December, it used to be dark and it was not so good. Definitely it was not so good. Thankfully, we did not have the dog problem in this area. Did we have the dog problem? No, we did not. But it was dark. We did not know what would happen. But I saw some people really rise to the occasion. And the best part is that everybody has worked hard. Everybody has put their best foot forward. There have been difficult times. You may have had problems with respect to coming, food, accommodation, everything, which we tried our best to solve to the best of our abilities. And some people, which I see is, some people have predictably cleared it. Some people have surprisingly cleared it. That has also happened. And some people who were good, and we are seeing that. So that day probably has not been their day. It may not be your day, but does not mean that it's not your year. We don't have to lose spirit. The winners of today are the losers of yesterday. And again, the losers of today will be the winners of tomorrow. That is how this cycle works. So more importantly, I ask everyone who is not, I've messaged on the group also, everyone who's not made it, we want them here first. We'll have this culture that whether we, on this day, on the day of the result, whether we make it, whether we don't, we'll dine together, we'll talk together, we'll laugh together, and we'll also cry together. Isn't it? How many have already cried? Some people at least must have cried tears of happiness also. खुशी आई किसी को? Wonderful. किन बच्चों का हो रहा है? इधर आ जाओ, इस तरफ आ जाओ. Once I want to see. चलो. आ जाओ. So one thing that today, the worst thing that you'll have to face is that some of your, okay, I think too many folks, but I think that is a good problem to have. Anybody who cleared it in their like fourth attempt or more? You were saying that I'm preparing for next year. Wonderful. Then that was a pleasant surprise. You always made that face where you gave that feeling that you are preparing for next year.
No, I was prepared to prepare for next year.
Prepared to prepare for next year. Wonderful. Very happy to see. So therefore, now for those of you who are writing this year, make this every day count, every hour count, every minute count. If you think that we had been promised that prelims is difficult and once you clear prelims, mains will be easy, it will be interesting. Now the truth is that mains is also going to be equally challenging. So it's like when parents tell you that now that 10th board, and once you clear 10th board, it's all going to be easy. Then you clear 12th, then they say just you get into college. And even after college, things never settle down. So here it's going to be like this. Earlier you were competing in a vast ocean. Now you'll be competing in a very small pond. But nearly everybody, everybody is a shark. So that problem is there. But one good thing that I want all of you to do is that what curriculum we are going to put for you, that is going to be the best in the country. We are the masters of mains examination first, and now we are also the masters of prelims, as you'd see it. We have got hundreds and hundreds of emails with hundreds of students clearing prelims with these radical programs that we have. So one is that, has everybody submitted today's assignment? Submitted? Did you take a look at what the assignment required you to do? But that assignment requires you to brainstorm and think. Civil services is a thinking exam. Even if I gave you every answer, you'll not be able to absorb and write it unless you understand the issue, unless you do your bit of own research. So I want, whether you're writing this mains or not, I want everybody to do the assignments as long as you're here. If you are here, you study. If you don't want to study, don't be here. If you are study, we are an academy. That is our philosophy. We are an academy first. If you are here, we'll make you study hard. You will have a problem with that, but then it will make you something. And I've already seen a lot of you are doing quite wonderful. Some of you, I know, in fact, nearly all of you, I think you have never written the mains examination. Now the challenge is you'll be writing your first mains. And we want rank 1 from here. We want rank 1 from this batch. So what happened is when I remember that when the chief guest for a session had come, was addressing you to take a session on your strategy. Before walking out, one of the speakers, one of the toppers who came to speak to you, before walking out, and he was a senior officer, he asked me, sir, are you not getting top students from the top colleges? So I said, perhaps not. He said, no, sir, I am from IIT. I can tell you, try to get students from IIT, you'll get a good rank. So I told him, I'll call you 1 year later for the felicitation. From this batch itself, we'll get a lot of rank holders. All right, so don't let me down. Don't let all the efforts that you have put till now, that should also not go in drain. And special thanks to all the faculty, to Dipin sir, please. जो पढ़ाया सो आ गया, ठीक है. Shantanu sir for ensuring that, everything went as much fuss-free. Other faculty are also coming. So very happy occasion. आज तो नींद नहीं आनी चाहिए. Whether we have made it, whether we are writing next year, whatever be the case. And today is not going to be a day of happiness. For one primary reason is that you will have to bear the, the unexpected loss of company of some of your best friends who will not be able to make it, who were not able to make it. That will happen. So tonight you will speak to them. You will try to give them company. Make sure that nobody is left alone here. Everybody is here. We are with them. But tomorrow you have to get up and you start your day at 7 a.m. Ganesh sir, any messages you want to give to all the students?
Overwhelming to see all of you here and wish you all the best. As sir said, that we are the masters of mains and we have data and evidence to say the same. So all the best to all of you. Please do the needful, make us all proud. Thank you.
Working hard, which I'm sure that you have been trained to work hard. Right, you have already been trained to work hard. More than that, one thing that what I'm expecting from you is that please ensure that you are not distracted. See, the whole point of, isolating you away from home and bringing you into this desolate place. This is not exactly a desolate place. Sometimes when I come here at 11:30, मैं raid मारने आता हूँ library में कभी-कभी, then I feel that this place has a lot of vibes, right? A lot of energy. It's better than where we stay. So, but what you have to be, you're trained to study hard. That training has happened since the time of December. You started early. You started earlier than most people. Now that training, I don't doubt that you'll study hard. But one thing which I really want you to stay put is don't be distracted. All right. Because what happens is, remember the difference between success and failure. The difference will be you have worked hard and therefore when you clear it, you will think that because I worked hard, I cleared. And when you work hard and if things do not turn in your favor, you start thinking that because I was doing this, I was working hard, therefore, some people already will tell you that, sir, what happened? Why did you miss? So what happens is sometimes failure perpetuates, lack of success perpetuates wrong messages. You think that because I was too busy working hard, that's why I missed the bus. You have a living proof here of people who have worked hard. You have seen them work. I've seen all of these people be extremely consistent. Some of them unexpectedly, these people I know from Karol Bagh. And some of these people I was not expecting that they will improve. I thought that they will maintain their old ways, but I've seen a lot of you improve and mend your ways. So make sure that in the coming 3 months, 3 months, you are not distracted. Right now, nearly everybody will want to distract you, but you have to make sure what I told you on day 1 of the orientation. You remember? Anybody remembers? Survive you must. And when the teacher asked, what do you see to Arjun? Yes, you should see the fish's eye. If you are seeing anything else, then you are too distracted. And I'm not talking about distractions here. I'm talking about distraction with respect to YouTube, social media, n number of plans, n number of study plans. No. If you are here, you follow what is the plan. You will get through. If you want to follow any other plan, don't be here. People get into trouble because they are following too many plans. People get into trouble because they are traveling in two boats. That should not happen here. And make sure that now your studying hours have to increase. This is the push that you needed. I'm not talking about my speech. I'm talking about your results. Right? This is the push that you all needed. The affirmation for the very first time in your lives that you're clearing the prelims examination. I'm sure, some of you would be seeing your name in the prelims selected candidate list for the very first time. How many of you are there? Raise your hands. All right, wonderful. So for the very first time, you're seeing your names. Make sure that it's worth it. The journey is, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It is going to require the same, perhaps more commitment than what it needed in the prelims exam. You will have to flip between different subjects. You will have to be mentally strong. You will have to be mentally resilient. And the worst part of this journey will be that now it will become lonely. Earlier you had friends, people you dined with, people you gossiped with, people you had tea with. And now this exam, that is the nature of this exam. Not everybody will move to the next stage. And therefore you will not have friends. And you will slowly start to have colleagues. And then during the interview, it will get lonelier. Why? Because everybody else probably looks like having fun studying for the prelims, whereas you in solitary are preparing for the interview. That's how, but then it is always lonely at the top. Success is often becomes a solitary journey where you are looking out of your window, where you're looking at your books. It is 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And you feel as if sometimes you question whether you took the right decision or not, whether this exam is meant for you or not, whether you are meant for this exam or not. All sorts of philosophical and existential questions will come to you. But in the end, if you are not distracted, in the end, if you just do what is told, in the end, jitna bataya utna kar loge, to ठीक nikal jayega. And to those of you who are not able to find your names, so one message which I said is kahani abhi baki hai. You will get another opportunity. You will have Mahesh, our things. So good, ठीक ठाक, safe. Then you come this side. Okay, ठीक है, चलो, कोई बात नहीं. So therefore, in this group, how many of you are expecting to write the mains exam? Fair enough, ठीक है. So therefore, for those of you who are not writing it, the best strategy is prepare for mains. It has been said since 2017 when we started an offline academy and perhaps before. The best strategy is right now 4 to 5 months you have to focus on your mains preparation and then focus on the prelims preparation. If you feel you are too tired and you want to quit, you quit. If you feel you are too tired and you want to take a break, you break. But once you decide to embark on writing this exam, then only work has to be done, only hard work has to be done. And even if you have not succeeded, then it will happen that it was not your day. That will happen. I told you, remember that in competition, what will happen is you will be rewarded publicly for the hard work that you're doing in private. So everybody will suddenly think that you are doing well, you are doing extraordinarily well. And a lot of your friends will think that somehow you have managed to clear it. Somehow you have managed to clear it, but in the end, only you know how much hard work you have put. So those of you who are even a bit disheartened, make it a promise. Now you know what is to be done. You've gone through a grueling schedule. You've gone through a grueling journey. Don't be a seasonal aspirant. When the exam comes, I'll study. Study all throughout the year and secure yourself. Make a promise to yourself that if your name is not in the and it's not even the holy PDF is the final list. All right. But this problem, you may have n number of problems in your preparation journey, but prelims should not be one of them. So despite all the hard work, if success has eluded you, it could be a bad day. That is the nature of competition. And it is no fault of yours. In a competition, we can only maximize our chances. And we can maximize our chances by having good studying, good number of hours, putting that much effort, getting good guidance, getting good material. Whatever best we tried to do, we could do, we did it for you. and we'll continue to do it. We'll improve it. We will up the game. And my expectation from all of you is you also up your game. So my colleague here, Dipen Damodar, is there. When I was new, he was experienced faculty. I was not. All right. So what happened is I was about to take my first class. I did not know how to. So, and he had taken some 3 classes and went back to Kerala. He was doing some TV debates with Shashi Tharoor that time. But that is what I can remember. On a Malayali TV channel when I found him, and I thought that let me ask him to teach current affairs. So and he said, sir, what will you do? And I was complete novice. I said, sir, I'll try to manage. And then that day he did not say anything, but after the class he caught me and he says, sir, if you are going to be here, don't manage, be at the top of your game. So either put your best effort, work hard, or go home. You are competing for one of the most competitive examinations in this country. You have seen how much others have competed to get a place, not even in the real list, but even in that competitive list of SFG students that we had. So therefore, now you know competition. I believe you have tasted blood. Some of you have seen success, some of you have seen limited success. Make sure that you only raise the bar from here, you only raise your standards from here. You should not go below from here. I'm extremely satisfied with one thing, and that is that when I see the student score, nearly everybody from FRC 1 and 2, they are getting a score of 80 plus. I'm rarely, maybe one case or 2 cases maybe there which I'm aware of students having any less score. This is a good achievement, not for us. We will not be satisfied, but this is a good achievement for you, especially those who have risen from 30 marks to 80 marks or 40 marks to 80 marks. Your path is clear. You know what it takes to reach that level. You also know how other people are doing it. You have seen them very closely. And now it is your turn. You don't have to do it for anyone. You don't have to prove to anyone. You don't have to do it for your parents. You are only doing it because you want to do it and you want to be an officer. That is all. If you choose not to be one, there is nothing wrong with it. You can choose to be anything else and you'll be equally happy. You may feel for 6 months at max, you feel something about it, but you can be equally happy in life without choosing to go through this path. But yes, once you choose to do this path, you have to accept that these are the controllables and these are the uncontrollables. These are things that are not in your control and you don't try to control them. Then you go by what is given and you have to make the best of what are the opportunities and what are the best things that you can do. All of you have put a very good effort in making this a success. All of you have put a lot of effort in ensuring that a lot of you have cleared this exam. And let us give a big hand to everyone. I understand it is very hot. Do we have a cake? So there is a success bell here. I am setting this challenge for you. You will not ring it today. Not today. We have set it up today. But that success bell is to be rang. You have seen some students come here. I think Dipti Rohila was here. So the success bell is for her when you get it. When you get your name in the final list. I have hung it expecting that who will be the first from this batch to ring this bell. And you'll get a special prize from me also. Chalo, thank you all. And thank you so much for working so hard. Wonderful. Thank you guys.
सबसे ज्यादा अभिषेक गा रहा है वेरी गुड
संतोष माइक
आपस में लगा सकते हो वो है इसको बदला लेना ले लो
पीछे कुछ चुप रहो
do it. Nitin sir also.
Sir, like when we came here in December, or like I'd like to go further back, when I didn't clear my second attempt last year, I was clueless. Didn't know what to do, didn't know what went wrong. Because for the first attempt, I can say that I have left so many things, not studied so many things. But for the second attempt, I thought that I worked hard, but still I didn't clear. So, sir, anyhow, I kept preparing for mains last year, despite not clearing prelims. But once the mains was done and dusted, I was clueless as to what different can I do this time so that I can clear prelims again and this mains preparation becomes fruitful. So, to be very honest, I didn't study anything after October. In October, November, I was not studying at all because I didn't know what to study. I was just waiting for prelims to come and I'll just do the same things again. Then suddenly came that mail, which I'm thankful to, that Forum is starting a residential program and specifically designed for those students who didn't clear prelims earlier. So like at that moment, I felt that this program is tailor-made for you because what you described in that email, it felt like somebody was describing me, like not clearing 2 attempts despite working hard and all that. So even before coming here, like before joining this program, I was fearful, like whether should I go there or not, because I've taken test series last year from Forum, but I was fearful that this is my third attempt, and at that time I was thinking कि शायद इसके बाद ना दूं. So I was fearful कि जाऊं या नहीं. Then some seniors, some other people told me that you should join this.
So I'm from Patna and I've done my graduation from Patna Women's College in history. And this was a very long journey for me and an arduous one too. And before coming to FRC, literally there was a lot of broken confidence. And I thought I would never be able to clear pre. This is the biggest hurdle of my life. But then ever since December, things changed. And I just followed the plan to the hilt. Gave every test which was conducted in Ravindran classroom. Even the open test, all the simulators, the CSAT simulators also. So I think that only worked. I don't know.
So here in FRC 1, I think there were 2 things that worked in my favor. One is the rigorous discipline and pressure, because as an individual, I feel that I perform under pressure better, and this was the one thing. And second is the confidence that I got here, because consistently I was getting rank on the daily tests. So these are the 2 things that worked in my favor. So rigorous schedule is I would say the most the hallmark of FRC1, I would say.
So in the last days, what happened? I would just take a test, sit with the test, look at the language, but like not for marks, but for language and pattern and everything. And if it was an easy test, then I would score around 130. If a difficult, then I would score around 110. So I got habituated to the language and the setting. So I expected that similar thing I would get in the paper and I should score around 110. So similar thing replicated also. So that's a change I think I did this year.
I think before FRC, What was your score last year? 30 marks. And probably just in the 30s. So I remember when I was going for the paper last year in the morning, I had pulled up this one image of what fundamental rights are in the morning of the paper. Even till now, after that, I had no direction. But once I came here at FRC, initially I did struggle. I in fact talked to you very early on when I was doing polity. I didn't know what to do. But again, I in fact even till last month did not have the confidence, or say even a day before the exam. But the only thing in my mind was that I just have to stick around as long as I can. So that was the idea. And I think the mentorship here has helped me, because I think with how the paper is, probably with a few less things studied, you can still clear it, but it's more or less about the attitude that you have. So just having the belief on the day of the exam. I think I did, but I think there's a lot more to do. There's a lot more scope, but I've tried to put in whatever I could. So it's mostly been last 2-3 months here at FRC. Specifically, I think Anika ma'am here, I did not have the confidence. Talking to her really has helped me. So it's mostly because of that.
I'm from Patna. I've studied humanities, geography honors from Patna Women's College, and this is the first time I'm clearing it. Sir, I was under your mentoring in Karol Bagh. So you had asked me ki if you want a foolproof preparation, you should shift to FRC. And when I shifted here, I just decided that I'm going to follow whatever you have taught to the core. whatever is happening here, I used to come to the class. I never missed a test. I wrote all the simulators, SFG, and just revised whatever was there. I did not do anything else which I used to do every year.
I'm from Rewari, Haryana. My graduation is from NSIT Delhi in Information Technology. Sir, actually, it's a funny story. I was enrolled in foundation program, D6 batch, and I came to you in December, early December, near Diwali. I heard about this program. I wrote the test. I got in, but you specifically said this program is not for the people who are foundation program. Do the foundation program diligently. But I told you I was in quota, and I know what pressure can do to me in a positive sense. So I asked, literally brute forced you to join me in the program, and then you finally agreed. And I think that did well for me because the peer group is really nice here. Malab, it pushes you to a limit. Actually, I did miss in SFG2. SFG1 was good. SFG2 I did miss at the time, but I later gave the test at my home, but not at the time. 50% test I gave at the home.
So I'm from Kolkata and my graduation is BA Economics Honours from Hindu College, Delhi University. So this is my fourth attempt and I have cleared prelims for the first time. And it's the entire credit goes to FRC and the setup because the two key things over here was consistency and the peer group that you have selected. It's consistency and peer group, nothing else. Consistency by the routine that you have provided and the peer group that you have selected. So it's just all that.
I'm from Trivandrum basically. I did my graduation from BITS Pilani Goa campus. And after that I was working with AMD for 4.5 years. So this was my first, I'd say full-time attempt at UPSC, but I kept giving it like, chalo ho jayega. That was my mindset every year. And I did some online coaching during COVID time. I was working from home and then that time I did some online coaching. And then finally, 1 month before the last prelims, I decided to quit and work on this.
Sir, I actually did my BTech and then I actually joined the corporate, then did MTech, then again joined corporate and then left it and then came to FRC. So, this is third. But I never gave it like full-fledgedly. I never sold PYQs, which I sold it here. And also I have never given a single mock. So I think in FRC when I came, it was so much hectic because I had that corporate thing always in my mind. And then it was initially very difficult for me to cope up. But then eventually I tried to give all the mocks, though I used to get some less marks. But then friends, like good set of friends because they are all so focused that you need to be focused if you need to be among them. And yeah, work culture, like this study culture is really nice.
I mean, I'd been preparing on my own. So I thought that this exam is too big for me to be, cleared. I came here last week only, and I had been reading your mails since my second attempt, and it made me believe in this institution and all. And last year I scored 105 in preliminary and GS1 and I could not clear CSET. And then I heard your orientation session and you said that the only time to make change is right now. You took that session, I heard it on YouTube. So then I joined the RLG program. I was giving tests online and I decided to shift to Delhi for some time, and I applied for an EOL, and I don't want to miss this opportunity anyhow. I don't want to be someone who is like expert at clearing prelims and not.
I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra. I did my graduation from Mechanical Engineering, Pune University, and I joined FRC1. I think whatever I could, I follow just FRC1. आई थिंक बेसिक्स में थोड़ा सा मेरा इश्यूज थे कुछ जैसे जोग्राफी हो गया, पॉलिटी हो गया, यहाँ पे वो लूप होल्स क्लासेस से भर गए. पीयर ग्रुप हेल्प किया बहुत, इट हेल्प मी अ लॉट पीयर ग्रुप. एंड आई थिंक एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम FRC I was like completely dependent on. I did not even watch videos this time. Others like usually I used to watch in last 2 attempts. So I was completely disconnected from other things. I think that what went well for me this time.
Join ForumIAS Academy, trusted by thousands of toppers since last 12 years, including IAS Rank 1 Anudeep Durishetty, Shruti Sharma, and Ishita Kishore.